Welcome to my channel. My name is Nate. I'm 32. I'm reading off of my list here. This is probably gonna be multiple takes. This is take one. This is something I've always wanted to do. I find that I think I need a creative outlet. Back in college, I think I was happiest when I was doing stuff with the band, editing our practice sessions, cutting stuff up in terms of, music files that we recorded, putting them together. I thought that was really fun. Haven't done anything like that in about 6 years, and I really miss it. So that's something that I want to really get back into, having some kind of outlet for my creativity. Not saying that this is going to be awesome or anything, but we'll see. So because of the time restrictions and scheduling restrictions and me being just a huge procrastinator, and I just make up dumb excuses for not starting stuff, I deleted my social media. It's gone. Pretty much counterproductive, because if I wanted to promote this, it's just going to be by word of mouth. So we'll see how that works. I might have to, make a dedicated social media account just for this channel. Been trying to do this for a while now. What can you expect as a viewer from this? The first thing that we're gonna do is the Beard and the Beardless Moto Vlog podcast scenario, where it's going to be me and my friend Freddie discussing motorcycle topics, motor reviews. And by motor reviews, that could mean gear, actual motorcycles. The last thing that I want to get out of this is also to keep track of my health and fitness. I have a background in kinesiology. I know how to get fit, I just never apply it because, again, of my procrastination, excuses, scheduling, time management. So, the moto vlogs. That was probably one of the hardest things to get going because of equipment restrictions. Now, I don't make a gazillion dollars where I can justify buying expensive cameras, expensive equipment, just to try something out. If it doesn't work out, I don't want to be too deep in the hole. So I bought a bunch of budget stuff. Hey, Cal, can you go over there? I know. Alright. Let's go. As I was saying, equipment is expensive. And it's one of those things where you get what you pay for. And yeah, I can't pay that much for anything. The thing that I did do that came out pretty decent was a camera that I purchased, and it's called the Yi Action Cam. I'm not getting any sponsorship from them. It's pretty budget friendly, 65 bucks-ish on Amazon. My first video I put out was the moto vlog for San Francisco, just something that I wanted to document, and I think the image quality that I got from it was pretty decent. So this little guy right here. Now, I have little add-ons that I decided to put on, but Yi Action Cam, pretty cheap. And I had an issue with lighting, so what I decided to do was buy this little kit. It's a newer kit. The first thing I bought was like the UV. Let's take this off. It's basically like a UV add-on that Yi sells, right? And it just pops on. Whoops. All I bought was this little lens adapter from the actual Yi company. And that kind of just goes on and just slips on. It's a pretty snug fit here, and I've ridden around in the helmet going freeway speeds and it hasn't come off. And then the next thing I did was I bought this newer ND filter kit, and that was just to help with the lighting issues, just like from this clip. Let me go. So when the sun is out and it hits the camera a certain way, it's pretty much get whited out, and I believe that the ND filters will help cut some of that out, and they just screw on. I have two different filters here. The cool thing about the newer product is you can actually keep stacking one filter on top of the other. So I have a ND2 and ND4. On a bright day I would use the ND6 combo. And if it's overcasted, I just pretty much take everything off. The only downside to having this setup is that you will see a little vignetting, as you can tell from this clip. I forgot what it's called when you see like the black lines on the corners. Vignetting? Am I saying that right? I don't know. And one issue that I also have with my camera setup is actually the angle that I attach to the helmet. It's kind of off, and also when you ride two different types of motorcycles, you can either be upright like on a cruiser or more leaned over a little bit, not so much on the naked bike. So as you can see from the clip, I didn't adjust the camera angle, so it looked like this. And lastly, the one thing I have to address is the sound, and I have seen that the cheap helmet that I was using does not really work well as a motovlog helmet, as you can tell from these two clips. This is just a mic check. Okay, so freeway test. All the vents in my camera have been closed. Alright, just don't let me in. So now that I have the setup ready for my helmet, I can actually do the motorcycle vlogs on the motorcycle, which is pretty great. And hopefully that'll help with motorcycle ride reviews too. The Beard and the Beardless Motorcycle Podcast / vlog. We haven't even gone and tried stuff out yet, so the first episode is going to be a little bit low quality. I'll try my best to make it as good as possible. Obviously, I am the Beardless, and my friend Freddie would be the Beard, and we're going to talk about some topics that may be controversial, or maybe not. We'll see. And then the last thing that this channel is going to be about is my personal health and fitness. I have a lot of restrictions at the moment. I got in a little wreck on the FZ09, MT09 this past December, which is now May. So about 4.5 months ago. And 2 weeks ago, I actually did a supermoto class and wrecked there too. So the last 4.5 months, first accident, meniscus tear on my left knee, and then both MCLs torn and bilateral wrist sprains. Didn't take any pictures of that. Nothing was broken, fortunately. The second accident was 2 weeks ago, and that was just a hip bruise, which is resolved. Little sprain, little AC separation here, which
Here are matches for separation. A separation. 6 degrees of separation. A violent separation. Separation anxiety.
Okay, Siri.
Do you want to hear the remaining 4?
No. I don't know how that happened. Dude, that was really freaky. You're phone listens to you. Oh my god. AC separation, which is resolved. And bruised ribs. The rib thing is a real issue right now, especially this left side. I kind of strained it reaching for something at work, so it hurts to sneeze, cough, laugh, run, jog. Basically anything that allows me to take a deep breath, it hurts. My wrist. I think I can post a picture if I haven't already. But that was pretty bad. As you can tell now, it's not as bad, but this bump right here is pretty bad compared to that wrist. Nice. And not swollen. This wrist pretty swollen up here. Range of movement is that. And then off the side is that. Compared to range of movement and then side to side. This makes riding really hard. I can't do a push-up and I can't lift anything over 10-15 pounds at the moment. I'll take a snapshot of my body measurements, weight, body fat percentage. So, I hope you stick around, follow me through this year, and we'll see what happens this time next year. See if the channel has improved and grown and have some traction, some following. See if I'm not such a broken mess, and see if this outlet for my creativity is something that I can sustain and I can have fun with for years and years and years to come. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this little introduction. Again, welcome to my channel. Leave a comment and any suggestions on content, gear, advice that you can give, or just some random comments. Please keep it friendly, so I'll see you on the next release of a video. See ya.